Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, so I just tried to go live and do my weekly predictions, but YouTube was tripping out. The stream was lagging. So in regular season form, if that happened, I'm coming right out with a video so I can get what I got to get out. And nothing, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I apologize, man. I apologize. Sometimes you had them technical difficulties, but, I always could throw it into an official video setting and we can still get the point across that way. You know what I'm saying? I just love tapping in with y'all lunchtime with the bullies. I don't think nobody go live more than me. You know what I'm saying? That's just my thing. But anyway, moving along, man. Jason Peters, man. So Jason Peters gets a new deal. They restructured Jason Peters up. You know what I'm saying? Jason Peters is getting paid like a left tackle. It kind of forces me to believe that a lot of this was about money all along with Jason Peters. You know what I'm saying? Did they pull the wool over our eyes and just give us a nice little cushy story of him knocking on the door and them saying, he's saying, I'll do this for the team and this and that and the third. Maybe it did happen like that. In the perfect world, I imagine that's how it happened. That Jason Peters walked to the office and said, Doug, listen, I'll do it. I know the team is in a bind. I'm about team first. I'll do it. And the Eagles recognizing his sacrifice and saying, listen, Jason, what we can do is instead of the $3 million that you were supposed to get, we're going to bump you up to $4 million with $8 million worth of incentives. And listen, that works out because at the end of the day, the incentives are the big piece of this puzzle for Jason Peters. I hope a lot of those incentives say that he has to play X amount of games. So he got to keep it. He got to take his health serious because he is almost 40 years old and a starting left tackle for a franchise quarterback. So, congratulations to JP. Congratulations for him ultimately making a sacrifice because he could have said either way, I just want to stay at right guard. So shout out to Jason Peters for going back to his Hall of Fame position. But, part of me got to wonder, is it really that hard? Is it really that hard to go back to where you made your Hall of Fame bones at? Is it really that hard? I don't think so. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. Shout out to JP for that. We're going to get into some weekly picks, man. Last season, what I was doing last season basically was I was getting into, taking a lot of things into consideration. In terms of making my weekly picks, I was taking in the weather. I was looking at if certain key players were in, highlights or in the media for any bad thing. I was looking at upcoming just upcoming stuff. I was looking at injuries, nagging injuries, who has what going on. And I was basing a lot of it off my picks, and that helped me get to 70%. Now, I was 70% on 90% of weeks. That's much better than a lot of these guys that do this thing for millions of dollars. I'm trying to increase that to 80%. So I'm taking even more things into consideration. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking in, obviously nobody had a preseason. I'm taking in how many rookies are starting in the offense this year. I'm taking how many rookies are starting in on the defense. I'm taking all that in, who has new coaches, all of that, especially for the first quarter of the season, because I once heard this from a good coach. I don't know who it was. I think it might have been Schwartz, actually. The football is broken down. It is broken down into quarters. Now, the turnover for having a new head coach and all of this stuff, you're going to see backlash of that for a lot of these teams for the first 4 games. I'm taking a lot of that stuff into consideration as well. That don't mean they won't win any of those games. Don't mean they won't win all of the games. But you're going to see little hiccups, though. So with that being said, we're going to get into the week 1 matchups and predictions, man. You know what I'm saying? 70% last season, you know what I'm saying? I'm striving for 85% this season. You know what I'm saying? Houston and Kansas City, man. I got Kansas City winning that game 38-20. Kansas City winning that game 38-20 simply because it's Kansas City. They just won a Super Bowl. Deshaun Watson don't have DeAndre Hopkins no more. I'm really anxious to see if David Johnson returns to the form of David Johnson, but you can't sleep on the addition of Randall Cobb and guys like that in Houston. You know what I'm saying? But I got Kansas City, man. Listen, defending champs, you know what I'm saying? I got Kansas City just running down on these dudes, 38-20. Green Bay, Minnesota. I got Green Bay winning this game 21-13. Miami, New England. Listen, I don't know if this is upset or not, but I got Miami winning this game 28-20. Fitzpatrick knows the rule of thumb. And I don't think Cam Newton knows this rule of thumb yet. Fitzpatrick knows to throw the ball to Devontae Parker. That's how they beat us. I still have nightmares of it. Cam Newton has to understand that one rule of thumb. Throw the ball to Julian Edelman. Easily. You know what I'm saying? I think Cam Newton going to try to do too much, and Bill going to have to really mend. Like, listen, this is how we going to win these games, so forth and so on. But I got Miami 28-20. Philadelphia and Washington, I got the Eagles 24-10. Seattle, Atlanta, I got Seattle 30-24. Cleveland and Baltimore, I got Cleveland pulling the upset 24-21. Chicago, Detroit, I got Detroit 17-14. The Jets and the Bills, I got the Bills 24-21. The Colts and the Jags, I got the Colts 28-14. The Las Vegas Raiders, they're buns, they're cheeks. The coach is overrated. I got Carolina 21-17. Los Angeles Chargers against the Bengals. I got the Chargers 28-21. Just because I believe the Chargers got a little more experience. The Bengals do have a rookie quarterback, for God's sakes. Arizona, San Fran. I got San Fran 30-21. Dallas and the Rams. I got the Rams edging Dallas in a shootout 34-28. Now, that's no hate. I want to stop right there because, you know, people are like, oh, you ain't doing that because you don't like the... No, that's not what that is. I got the Rams being able to expose the new back end of that defense, period. I got the Rams, I got Goff being able to throw all over them dudes, bro. So, and McVay, you know, they're not dealing with the coaching turnover. Dallas is learning a new system. I got the Rams, man, 34-28. I got Pittsburgh and the Giants. I got Pittsburgh 28-14. Tennessee and Denver. I have Tennessee 24-21. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee at least 80% on this week's pick. Something just telling me that I could possibly be 100%. Now, you know, the scores vary, but in picking the winner, I feel like we did just good right there, man. So I feel like we good right there. Zach Ertz, man. So the situation with Zach Ertz is just, it's weird to me, man. Zach Ertz is talking, and a lot of it, honestly, is coming off a little soft to me, man. You know, listen, Ertz, we know you want to be in Philly, but taking the approach of going to the media and coming off like you crying, you don't know if the team got a mutual desire in keeping you. I just don't like that approach from Zach Ertz. I don't think that a player of Zach Ertz's stature has to take that approach. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get something done. They're trying to work the numbers out. They hear you loud and clear, Zach. You still got to go out there and do a job. Now, I'm not a guy who doesn't know my team. I know that Zach Ertz is one of the most emotional football players in the NFL. You know what I mean? If anything, don't prove it. Week 2 in Atlanta, when we lost to Atlanta, where he couldn't stretch out and, you know, take care of his business, man, and get the first down to keep the drive alive so we can go ahead and have opportunity to win that game, he basically cried. He basically cried in a press conference after the game, and it was only week 2. You know what I'm saying? I know he's emotional. I know it's been tough on him, but he got to go out there and do his job. You know what I mean? As a franchise, this is a win-win for the Philadelphia Eagles because Zach Ertz still has 2 years left on his deal, and Zach Ertz will have immaculate trade value. You know what I mean? If we don't get nothing done for him next year, he ain't getting released. You know what I mean? Zach Ertz really, seriously, in all honesty, might be the reason we get out of this cap hell. If we could trade Zach Ertz and offload that money, and somebody else can restructure him later on down the line, he may be the reason we get out of this cap situation. And you know what I mean? But are we really out of the cap situation? A lot of people are not thinking about this. You got to sign Dallas Goedert soon. This Goedert third year. You know what I'm saying? So he got 2 more years. He got a year after this season left on his rookie deal. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to sign him or you're going to have to lock him up or something because there's no way that, you know what I mean, you can lose both of these guys. And I don't think that's going to happen. I think that if Ertz don't like the numbers that he's given, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to have to choose between the two. You know, they're trying to keep both. Now, I believe keeping both kind of hinders a lot of the development from our wide receivers because the way the NFL is, in my opinion, you can't keep running a 2 tight end set all the time. You got to start spreading dudes out and going bombs away sometime. You got to shoot it out for your respect, especially what you have in a franchise quarterback. So, you know, I'm not worried about the situation. The situation going to play out itself, but he coming off a little emotional, and that's something you got to watch. Because if the team starts performing bad. Either way, no matter how the team performs, this Zach Ertz thing is going to be a looming situation for the Philadelphia Eagles. And, it is what it is. We got to see how that, pan out. Listen, man, the merchandise is still free merchandise until kickoff. I want to keep that in mind. You know what I mean? A lot of people are taking advantage of the free shipping. I'm sorry. Free shipping until kickoff. A lot of people are taking advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we are shipping worldwide. You know what I mean? A lot of people are not shipping worldwide, and they're taking advantage of it. You should be taking advantage of it too. You know what I'm saying? The link for the description and the merch in the bio, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. Link in the description.